Live to you here from Talanta Institute. And just before I talk about my topic for today, which will be about success and failure, and the things I've discovered along the way and the things I've learned along the way about success and failure, because everybody wants to succeed and nobody wants to fail. So this is a topic that, and it's an area we all really keep thinking about. And every time we wake up, we are waking up because we want to succeed. We want to do something meaningful with our life. So that's what we'll be talking about in a moment. But before that, I want to talk about some other programs we have here at Talanta Institute. New programs we have introduced that will be very, very interesting to you. And one of the program is it's called Start and Improve Your Business, SYB. And this is by International Labor Organization. We have trainers here who've gone through the training by International Labor Organization. And they're going to be training our people on how to start and improve business. Because we've had this a lot, that we're being told there are no jobs. And it's true. The jobs are getting, job opportunities getting slimmer every day. Population is growing, especially here in Africa and here in Kenya in particular. So we tell young people, go out there and be entrepreneurs, start a business. But we don't empower them and give them skills on how they can start their businesses. I learned not everybody can just be able to figure out on their own how to start a business. And then some of us who started businesses without any business training, you make so many mistakes along the way and you lose time, you lose money because you didn't have some entrepreneurship and business management skills. So these are programs. It's not like an MBA where you have to be in class for many years. This is something you can learn within a very short time. And it can really change, transform your business, transform you forever when it comes to starting the business and help you to avoid so many mistakes. So there are several modules, and one of it is right from generating your business idea. Because there are people who, when it comes to generating a business idea, what is a step-by-step formula on how to generate a business idea? I've generated several business ideas, and I can attest this is a very good formula. If I had this at the beginning, I would have been able to move faster. I would have been able to progress faster. So we have trained personnel who have gone through the training for trainers, and it's approved and accredited by even our FKE, Federation of Kenya Employers. They have certified this, but it's a great program. And again, as much as it's an international program, this particular curriculum is created for this region. So they have created trainings for every region so that it's customized as per that region. So that means there would be no disconnect even with the examples that are given in this book. So this particular one is about generate your business idea. Very important to know how to generate a viable business idea. After you generate a viable business idea, you come up with a business plan. Most of us started business without a business plan. Some of us even knew how to do a business plan many years after being in business. That way, we lose time and many other opportunities pass by because we don't know how to do a viable business plan, a very good business plan. So this module will be, is about generating a business plan. And now here is start your business manual. How do you start? How do you organize your business? And as you can call, when you call us, there will be someone to explain to you about all these. And then there is improve your business on costing. How do you cost your products? That's improve your business. Then improve your business on record keeping. Most of us lost a lot of money and opportunities because we had not done these at the beginning. And this can help you. This can be a very good shortcut on how you succeed in your business, because you don't have to do so much try and error. And you can learn through a very a proven formula. The people who've done these things are people who have started businesses. They're people who've done it practically. So it's a practical thing. And as you can see, it's approved by Federation of Kenya Employers and ILO, International Labour Organization. So it's truly tried and tested. And they have trained millions and millions of people have gone through these programs globally, and with so many success stories. So there's improve your business. That was improve your business in marketing. Improve your business, marketing, very practical management for small business. And marketing is one of the key areas in any business. Also in buying, practical management, buying, improve your business in buying. That's about buying. Improve your business, people productivity. People, it's about people management. So this is very key also. I've found people productivity and management is one of the challenges we have in business, and also financial planning, another key area, and also stock control. Very, very important. We have seen even very big businesses struggle with some of these things. So I recommend this to every entrepreneur, even if you have already started a small business and you want to scale it. We can help you and empower you with this program, and you'll get a certificate that is recognized all over. And then we have also introduced trainings in leadership. We have introduced trainings in management, coaching, and mentorship, both personal coaching and professional, for corporate people in corporate, and also HR, very important area. HR, we have programs on HR that are also approved by the relevant bodies. Also personal and corporate finance, very key area. And also there is another interesting program we have on branding, because we've discovered branding. We've talked about branding in so many areas, and today we are in this digital era where we are training people even about your branding on the digital platforms. We train you skills. I'm part of our program. Like for me, even to be here, I've been trained. I've been going through trainings on how to do presentations, how to do videos, and doing these things. I could not do this before, but through the trainings we have here, I've also gone through the trainings to do this. It's still a journey. I'm still a student. I'm still learning. So that can tell you it's practical. It works. And part of what I'm doing is also my projects, what I'm working on. So we also do market outreach. So we partner with companies. If you're out there, you'd want to invite us to your company. We do market outreach, and we send our students for internships and on-job trainings, and we'd want to partner with as many companies as possible. We also do corporate trainings. Corporate trainings, especially in digital marketing, it's a new area, and we know there are so many people who would want to learn things to do with digital platforms, digital management, digital marketing, and understanding the whole digital space. So that even if you're not the one doing it, you could be a CEO, you're not the one doing it, but you want to understand, even as you delegate, you understand how it works. We can come to your company and train you. We are training so many people. We are training people in embassies. We are training people in government. We are training so many people, especially in communication. This is a new area where you need knowledge about especially the digital space, but also everything to do with media and communication. If you have a company and you want us to train you how to do your own videos, photos, we train your team, and also marketing, we can do that. And we have another interesting program at our school called More Than a Student, where we have these mentors from who are some are psychologists, some are CEOs and other corporate leaders, who come and talk to our students, because we believe that just technical skills cannot help you to succeed. You need life skills. The other skills you need in life. that help you to succeed. So that program was started by one Pastor Rafian. He's a psychologist, he's a leader, and he started this program here called More Than a Student, and he comes every Friday and is joined by other professionals just to speak to our students about this very, very, very important part of their life, very vital component of their life, their life skills, things to do with discipline, with leadership. All those things are taught in our program that is More Than a Student. We actually teach them even how to start their businesses while they are still here. We teach them about networking. We teach them about their social skills, emotional intelligence. We there talk to about drugs, things to do with sex, and all those things. So that's why as the Joint Talanta Institute is not just about the academic and technical skills. It's about life skills, because this is what actually will help people to be successful. Wow, I'm done with that part of those programs you're working on. We'll be introducing other programs here, and I'll be letting you know as we introduce them. But today, I had even planned to talk about something else, but I thought about my journey and my story, and I thought about two words, and that is success and failure. Everybody wants to succeed, like I said at the beginning. Everybody wants to succeed, and nobody wants to fail. And I asked myself, what is success? And what is failure? And I discovered sometimes what we call success is actually not success. And sometimes what we call failure is actually not failure. Because I asked myself, the people who are very wealthy and they have become wealthy through corruption, through stealing, and all those other dubious means, those people who say the ends will justify the means, do we really call those people successful? Are those people we can celebrate? To me, as much as they may be billionaires and very wealthy, I don't call that success. So that means there is good success and there is bad success, what some people call success. Because especially here in Kenya, in Africa, at times we celebrate people. We celebrate politicians because they seem they're driving the best and living in the best. But at times we don't ask ourselves, how did they get there? What are the means? Are they proud of talking about how they got there? To me, someone who is successful is somebody who's proud about how they made it, and they're ready to tell their story and write books on how they succeeded so that other people can follow that formula and succeed. But if you're not so proud to say how you made every coin, how you rose your ranks to the top, if there's no pride, then there's no joy in telling about that. Because some of us have seem to make it in life, but you can't even tell your own children how you made it there. You can't be a good mentor to mentor other people and tell them this is how to make it. Because you've risen and you've succeeded, in quotes, through dubious means, through corruption, through all those other ways. Yeah, because when you succeed to go and rob a bank, do we call you a success? Do we call you a successful person? But here we have celebrated people, and we've talked about people who've made it through those ways, and we still call them successful. To me, that is not success. So there is good success and there is bad success. Let's settle that. There is also good failure and there is bad failure. Because some of the things we call failure is actually not failure. Because if you have tried your best to do something and achieve something, and that thing doesn't work, that doesn't mean you're a failure. The thing you are trying failed, but you haven't failed. So it's very good to distinguish between good failure and bad failure. There's one man called Thomas Edison. He's the one who discovered the bulb. And he tried that so many times, I think more than 1,000 times. This is what he said. that I never failed even one time. I only discovered one more way of not making a bulb. So all the 1,000 times he tried, to him he didn't fail. But there are some of us who try something once, it doesn't work, and you say you have failed. So you have to distinguish and know what is good failure and what is good success. Because if you try something, it is something noble, it is something you know you should be trying, and it doesn't work. You know that thing, maybe that method didn't work. It's a method you used at that time, and you can apply another method, you can try another time, and all that until you succeed. So many of the things we call failure, we've agreed, it's not failure. It's just one more way of discovering, towards your success. I like what one of my mentors says, that like for marketers, when you go to market a product and you're told no, because sometimes it's very tough for marketers. Even for us, as we market our business, at times you have thousands of prospects, and then you come back and the conversion doesn't translate, and you're calling this client, it's not working. And some people get discouraged. And my mentor told me that every no takes you closer to a yes. Every no you hear is one step closer to your yes. So you have to persist until you get your yes. A story is told of this man who bought a land. He knew there is a gold mine. He had prospected, and he knew there was a gold mine there. And he started the excavation and the whole process of mining. And he tried for a long time, and he felt this thing hasn't worked. I need to sell this place and move to the next thing. I think what we prospected was not the right thing. He sold the land and the equipment and moved to another country. The person he sold to only needed to dig a few more feet to hit the biggest gold mine. So you can imagine he gave up when he's only a few feet away from success. That's what happens to most of us. At times we give up when you're so close to success because it looks so hard. It looks like it's not working. And if you could only try one more time, you discover that success was actually so close. So at times you feel the toughness, you feel it's not working, but you need to always tell yourself, I can try one more day, I'll try one more time. And of course there will come a time where you can know this thing is not working and move to the next. But that should only happen if you know you have given it your all. Have you given it your all? Have you summoned all your energy and everything that you have to make sure that by the time you give up, you had tried everything. It's not you who failed. It's what you are trying or the method maybe you are applying that failed. So you can keep on changing the method, but don't give up on your course. Don't give up on your path. If you're convinced that this thing is what I'm meant to do, then you should not give up so easily. That formula and the strategy can change along the way, but the vision, and the last time I was talking about vision, the vision has to remain constant. Your target has to be there. You can change your strategy, you can change your formula, you can tweak a few things here and there, but you have to remain focused to your vision. Let's say you know by all means you're supposed to be the best filmmaker, and you try this film, it fails. You try this, it fails, and it has happened to so many times, to so many people. By the time some people won awards, they had done like hundreds of films, and they failed. But here, a time comes, they win a big award, and their life changes completely. Some people go for auditions, some actors and performers, and you fail audition after an audition. But if you're convinced and you know this is what you're supposed to be doing, you have to keep trying. I love what our very own Lupita Nyong'o said, that your dreams are valid. She started here in Kenya, started her acting career all the way to the Hollywood and winning big awards. But she would have given up and thought, this thing is not working. Because especially where we are in Kenya, the film industry has not really developed. Like out there, it's still growing. So she would have given up and said, like, this film industry here, I cannot make it. But she was focused on what she really wants to achieve. So that's very important. And there's another thing I've discovered, and this has happened to me personally, because I like to give my examples as I talk about this, that one of the things that make us fail is thinking about what other people will say. I thought I just need to throw this in here, because so many times you want to do something, you know this thing is noble and this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but you're there thinking, what will people say? What will people say if I fail? Or how will people take me? Because maybe you come from a family of all doctors, and your calling is to be a filmmaker or a musician. And you're thinking, what will people say? Because everybody else in my family has a doctorate, or is this and this, is this professional, is an engineer. And me, I feel my path is being an artist. That is one of the tragedy I've seen, especially even with parents forcing their kids to conform into something that they feel this is how it should be in our family. So most of the time, we fail even before we start, because of thinking about what people will say. So many times, actually the biggest failure I would say is failing to start. Failing to start is the biggest failure you can ever have. Failing even to attempt. We fail even before we attempt. We fail, we kill the idea right in our mind, even when maybe it has just been conceived. We abort it. We say it cannot be done. You see, you listen to people, you listen to naysayers that tell you it cannot be done, and you abort your vision because of listening to people, and mostly listening to yourself. Because it's one thing to listen to naysayers. It's another thing to be a naysayer to yourself, to be your biggest critique. And there is positive criticism, but there is very negative criticism that most of us criticize ourselves and kill our ideas even before they are conceived, even maybe immediately after they are conceived in our mind. So we have to be very careful. I read a quote the other day on social media that we live most of our life, we live inside our head. So we have to make it conducive. We have to make the environment in our head and our heart conducive for birthing ideas, for conceiving ideas and doing great things, because it starts in your mind. It really starts with your mind. And if you kill an idea in your mind, it will never see the light of the day. It's just like how when a baby is conceived, it's easy to kill that baby. It's easy, and that's why most people will abort, and those you will never even know how the baby would have looked. At times, they are not even conceived. And I know we have all methods of contraceptive. And I'm using this just as an example. That even some seeds are never conceived because we have birth control methods. But when it also comes to ideas, some people have put contraceptives in their mind, that there are seeds that are supposed to be implanted there and they don't get there. Some people, the environment in your womb is not conducive. We need to clean it up and make sure we are a fertile ground for ideas to be conceived, for ideas to be nurtured, and for ideas to be birthed. And then after they are birthed, they are nurtured and they grow. And that's why we talked, at some point I talked about generating a business idea. Because generating a business idea is that place of conceiving. You conceive, you generate it, you cook it, and it becomes a viable idea. You can imagine the camera we are using here today was an idea in someone's mind one day. The microphone I'm using was someone's idea at one time. The lighting we are using that was in someone's mind at one time. So can you imagine if these people killed it, if these people didn't nurture that and didn't make bring that to fruition? So it's very important, even as you avoid the naysayers. That is one thing. But it's another thing when you are the naysayer to yourself. Most of us have done that for years. I remember so many times I had ideas and I was trying to nurture them, but before it's even I started, I speak negative. My self-talk was negative, and I killed the idea. And later I see someone has done it and go like, I had this idea. And that is what happens with most of us. At times you see something and you go like, I had this idea. We have a mantra here at Talanta Institute, and we always say, ideation without execution is hallucination. I saw that quote somewhere, and we adopted it here, that we always say ideation, because at times, especially as creatives, we have so many ideas and we don't execute. That ideation without execution is hallucination, and nobody wants to hallucinate. Nobody wants to hallucinate. So that part of execution is very important, and making sure you believe in those ideas. This is another thing I've also seen, and these people who don't believe in themselves. And I was there for so many years. There are times there's something big you want to do, but you don't believe in yourself enough. You speak. You are timid about going out and doing that thing. You become timid, and you don't do it. You feel actually you should be a mentor to people, and you're feeling like, what do I have to give? You feel, for many years, I felt I should do such videos, but I kept on saying, my accent is not good enough. I'm not trained in this. I can't do this. If you always want to find a reason why something cannot be done, you will always find a reason. But if you want to find a reason why it can be done, it can be done, and it will be done. So it's upon you to decide where do you want to be, and you have to be on that side of it can be done, it's possible, your dreams are valid. Like Barack Obama said, our dreams are valid, and we have like we can always have that talk of slogan of Barack when he was campaigning. Yes, we can. And always telling yourself, yes, I can. And always think about what Lupita said, that my dreams are valid. My dreams are valid. And dreams can look crazy, like I said when we were talking about vision. And for you to succeed and achieve that vision, there are several things that you need, and that I'm going to quote here. And one of it is, first is decision. You have to decide. You have to decide that you'll be a success in life. You have to make a decision that you will make it. You have to decide. You have to have a resolve, a very strong resolve within yourself that, yes, I can do it. I have decided that I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter what comes my way, I have resolved. You have to make that resolve within your mind that this can be done. And then once you resolve to do it, you have to again now you have to start planning towards it. So once you decide, you have to resolve to plan. Set deadlines. When do I want to do this? I have resolved I want to be healthy. What are the steps to go there? Do I start running, jogging? Do I start walking? Do I start eating healthy? You set those parameters. After you set that, you also set deadlines. What do I want to have done by this time? And I know we talked about that when we were talking about goals and setting targets and all that. So when you want to resolve, now you set those deadlines for yourself, because when you don't have a goal, how will you be successful? How will you know you have succeeded? So it's important to set goals and have a plan and have clear deadlines and timelines on how you want to do that. Then the other step is take action. Even the Bible says faith without action is dead. If you don't take action, you are aborting you are aborting your success even before it sees the light of the day. So action. Ideas without action will never go anywhere. So you need to be a person of action. And action doesn't mean just dramatic action and all that. It starts with a step at a time. A step at a time. That's what I learned. There are times I started a journey into, I wanted to be a bit more healthy. I went for a checkup and I was told you're overweight, you need to do this. And I wondered, like, I never knew I'll ever get such a report. So I resolved and I decided I am going to work on myself and work on my weight. I was way over and above my BMI. So I started by watching my diet. I started by walking a bit and running a bit. It was very difficult at the beginning. But I learned as you take the small steps towards your success, every day you move closer. Every day and every hour, you make sure you're moving closer to your success, even doing these videos. And as you watch the trend, the ones I did at the beginning, the good thing we've been doing these online, you can actually follow and tell the ones at the beginning were not as good. They keep getting better because I made a step. And the third thing is resolve to persist until you succeed. Because the journey towards success is very tough. It can be tough. It can be crazy. At times you give up. You feel like giving up so many times. But persistence will always wear out resistance. Because every time there is resistance, there is resistance towards every motion will always face resistance. Every journey, it will always be faced with obstacles. That's why you have to persist. You have to really persist for you to succeed. And then the other thing I've seen, they say there is no shortcut to success. But I'll give you one shortcut. One of the shortcuts is learning and sharpening your skills through like the trainings we are doing. Yeah, I can't remember who said that if I'm given 10 hours to chop a tree, I'm just paraphrasing, I'll spend about 6 hours sharpening my axe. Because with a dull axe, you can take so long. So sharpening yourself and getting skills is one of the shortcuts towards success. Get knowledge, get understanding of your industry and all that you can. The other shortcut is get mentors. Your mentors have been through that journey before. They've already gone there. So you don't need to make the same mistakes they did. You don't need to make the same mistakes because they say experience is the best teacher. But I have another opinion. I'm of contrary opinion that success, that experience can also be a harsh teacher. There is good experience, but there's also experience that will teach you the hard way, and you lose so much time. So you don't have to use your own experience. You can use other people's experience. That's why people have written books. People have written books about how they succeeded, how they did this. So it's good to interact with the books, interact with mentors who can help you move faster. So yes, there's a shortcut to success, but the shortcut is the right one. Use the right shortcut. Don't use the other shortcuts. So get the skills, get knowledge and all that. And then be confident. Like I said, believe in yourself. Believe that you can. Be your biggest cheerleader. That is the biggest tragedy we have. Most of us don't believe in ourselves. I was there for a long time. Every idea I had, I could feel like I'm not worth. I can't do this. I can't do every time. And I'm a gifted producer. I'm this. But so many times, I couldn't even put my name on some of the productions that I did that were award-winning. Because every production I did, I couldn't believe it will do it. What will people say? Even so many of the productions I did, I never put my name there as a producer. Because I always felt I need to remain small. But I want to remain this. And you have to be bold enough and be confident and put yourself out there and decide you can make it and you can make it, you can make it big. Be audacious. Be very confident about yourself. Some of us, it takes more energy to be confident. It takes longer, but you have to resolve within yourself that I'm going to be audacious and I'm going to make it. And some of the things I've also discovered why people feel like I say it is about people and the naysayers. And some of the other things, few other things that make us fail, as I conclude, is being unfocused Because if you're not focused, you will fail so fast. However hardworking you are, if you're here and you want to go to a certain place, you want to go to Kisumu, and you start a journey, you run so fast towards the opposite direction. It doesn't matter how fast you run. It doesn't matter how fast you run. If you're running in the wrong direction, you'll never succeed to get to your destination. So some people, you run this direction, you run in this, just doing things haphazardly and running helter-skelter, and you waste so much energy, and because you're not focused on where you want to go, you will fail. But the person who is focused and they start their journey, whether they are walking, it's 300 kilometers, more than 300 kilometers to Kisumu. But you know, if you're moving towards that side, you will eventually get there, however slow you're moving. So sometimes it's not in the speed, it's in the moving in the right direction and being focused in what you want to do. If you're unfocused, you can never achieve anything. And someone illustrated to me this way. If you take a magnifying glass and there's a sun out there and you focus the sun rays towards a paper or something, or wood, something that can burn, you focus the sun rays towards that. Within a few minutes, you will start a fire. But when the sun rays are not focused, they're just scattered, they can only warm us. They can only warm the ground. They can never start fire. So you will never start fire if you don't focus and summon all your energy towards one thing. It's very important to be focused. And also laziness. And that's why I always say diligence, hard work. There is no substitute towards that. And also discipline. If you're not disciplined, there is no success for you. There is no future for you. So discipline is very important. And so we all want to succeed. There's a formula to succeed. There are mentors who can help you succeed. And I believe that's one of our mandates here at Talanta Institute, to help especially young people succeed, to avoid the mistakes that we made along the way. We can use that experience to help people succeed faster. And let's meet at the top and give a shout out to so many people who've been following these live videos. I know some of them, we upload them after. People like Adimos, you've been following. And Stephanie Nguku, you've been following and watching us and interacting with us. We really appreciate, and all the other people who are interacting with us online as we go live, and even as they watch the materials later. Let's keep interacting. Let's keep also sharing ideas, because I believe nobody has a monopoly of ideas. If there are things we also want to share on this platform, we can have conversation. We'll be inviting some of these people on this platform. I have a conversation with them. Some of the people who've really inspired me in life, we'll be inviting them here and have a conversation with them on how they can, they tell us about their formula for success, because there's no one formula. There are many that there are many people we can learn from. And we are actually building our studios here at Talanta Institute. So very soon you'll be seeing us going live for more hours. We are building our studios here. And those studios are both for helping our students learn more practically. So you'll be seeing Talanta TV live very soon on social media platforms. You'll be listening to Talanta Radio and Talanta Visual Radio. You'll also be seeing that live very soon. We are working on our studios. We've already acquired the space. Now we are doing the renovations and equipping those studios. So we will be taking you through the journey, or even as we fix this studio. Very soon we'll be taking you there. You just get to see how we are working on that, so that even the people who want to learn online can learn, because we've been interacting with so many people who are saying, we can't afford the school fees. What do we do? And some of the people we've been able to sponsor, we have a few scholarship opportunities at Talanta Institute. We've been able to sponsor some people, but we are not able to sponsor all the people who need scholarship. We have hundreds of them who are always texting and inboxing on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other platforms, and telling us, please, I can't afford school fees and I need this. So we are partnering with some organizations that can be able to sponsor you. So very soon we'll be letting you know of a scholarship opportunities. But all we are asking you is to register with our Talanta Hub. We have what we have started called Talanta Hub, and we'll be doing workshops. So once you register on the Talanta Hub, and we'll be giving you more details about Talanta Hub, we'll be giving you all the information of the free workshops. We have free trainings that, you know, even if you don't manage to join the school, you can be getting free trainings and workshop opportunities. And then we're able to let you know of when there are those scholarship opportunities available. We are able to inform you about that directly. So let's, on this champion mindset talks, today we are talking about success and failure. And I'll repeat again, success is about being the best version of yourself. So you have to bring out the best out of you, because it's what was deposited in you, and it's not just meant for you. It's meant for you to share with the world. So arise champion, be unveiled, and show the world what God deposited in you. Myers Monroe said, the cemetery or the graveyard is the richest part on earth, because down there are dreams that were never achieved, visions and success that was aborted. But for us and people listening to me, we have to make sure we become the best version of ourselves, not just for us, but the world is waiting for you. There are many people who will be transformed out of you discovering yourself, discovering your talents, sharpening your axe, and becoming the best version of yourself. See you at the top, champions.
Edwin, and in 3, 2, 1, we are out.
I think it was already out.